The family advocates are awesome, and they're so helpful, and they genuinely want you to grow as a person and help us succeed.
Happy Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to St. Anne's virtual Evening of Angels. It is with great pleasure that we turn the evening over to our hosts, St. Anne's President and CEO, Lorna Little, and Spectrum News anchor, Melvin Robert.
Good evening, friends, our esteemed Board of Directors, Board of Trustees, team members, sponsors, and donors. Thank you for tuning in this evening as we shine a light on the essential work we do within our community and also highlight a few of the dynamic people who have helped us reach our goals. Our work at St. Anne's extends beyond the housing and programs on our main campus. We are throughout Los Angeles County. Our work hasn't stopped because the needs have not subsided during the COVID-19 pandemic. In fact, we've seen a greater need for all of our many programs and services to keep children and families thriving. I'm thrilled to be joined this evening by Spectrum News 1 anchor, my friend and co-host, Melvin Robert, to bring our virtual Evening of Angels to life. Thank you for joining me, Melvin.
Lorna Little, it is a pleasure to be here with you. And it's a pleasure to be here with all of you this evening. And thank you to the entire St. Anne's community for welcoming me back this year to host Evening of Angels. This virtual celebration space is certainly different, as we all would agree, than being at the Taglian Complex last year. But like the rest of the world, 2020 has been all about pivoting, and it's been all about making it work. And that's what we are doing tonight. We are going to be highlighting and sharing our amazing honorees and our sponsors who have made tonight possible. Special thanks to our presenting sponsor, the Charles Dunn Company, and our friends Payden and Regal, American Airlines, Occidental Entertainment Group, and Equitrust. Lorna.
Thank you. Yes, our amazing sponsors for this evening. We're so grateful. Our gratitude for their continuous support and flexibility as we moved our gala from March to tonight. We're extremely grateful. Let's start the evening with some words of encouragement and inspiration. During this challenging time, there's been a lot of difficult and challenging communication, and sometimes a lot of unloving behavior in this world, on social media, in the news, and all around us. And we want to set our intentions in hope and love this evening and enjoy the evening focused on our generous and kind and loving honorees and special guests. I invite you to listen to our continually caring Sister Joyce Shanabarger.
Greetings of peace to you, the friends of St. Anne's. On this night that we celebrate the Evening of Angels, we pause and ask our God of many names to bless us. We ask blessings upon our clients and residents for their resilience that brings hope and goodness to the world. We ask blessings upon Lorna Little and her staff who bring dedication and hope and goodness to our world. And we ask blessings upon our board, volunteers, and donors who bring such generosity to our world with hope and goodness. We ask that God will continue to give us hearts of compassion, that we may touch the broken and bruised parts of our lives. Amen.
Thank you so much, Sister Joyce. This is truly an extraordinary community comprised of really hardworking and dedicated people that are so committed to the work of this organization. It's an honor to be here this evening once again. So don't forget, if you haven't purchased your raffle ticket yet, I was just told, everybody, breaking news, that the raffle will close at 5:15. 5:15. It's going to be 5:15 sharp on the dot. So make sure you get your tickets. This trip was graciously donated by our friends at the William H. Hannon Foundation. All proceeds go to support St. Anne's this evening. And Lorna, I know that St. Anne's is a full service agency, a social services agency rather, and you offer supportive housing, early childhood education centers, mental health services, workforce development, and so much more. Truly a wraparound services that you all provide here. But I got a question, of course. I'm a news anchor. I got questions. I always got questions. But please tell me more. Please tell all of us more. Really set the stage about how St. Anne's has been supporting families during this extraordinary time during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Melvin, it's great that you have questions because I love to be able to answer them. You know, Melvin, we offer all of those programs you mentioned to so many individuals and families. We've had to pivot quickly, and the way so many organizations have had to do, we've moved part of our staff to a remote workforce. Because our agency is open 24/7, our residential housing program, where our young mothers and their babies reside, requires 24-hour care. We have traditionally supplied all of the food, diapers, wipes, and necessities for this program to help our youngest clients navigate school and personal goals toward living independently. None of that changed. Our housing staff has been on site this entire time providing these essential services and supports. What has happened during the pandemic, though, is there's a growing need within our community. For those basic necessities, they were critical as many people have lost employment, from diapers, wipes, and food. What we did is we created new partnerships to gain additional resources. We set up an outdoor distribution center to assist our program participants and those in the community. We distributed more than 85,000 packages of diapers to those people in the community, supported by Hello Bello and Pathways LA. And we continue to do what we can to provide basics for all the families who are working diligently to avoid homelessness.
That's right, because you all are committed to doing that extraordinary work. Okay, so I got another question. I got
You're
another
full of
question,
questions
everybody.
tonight.
I got
Go ahead,
questions.
Melvin.
Okay. Okay, so how many families have you been working with during the pandemic? You offered that list of everything you all have done, but how many families have you been working with?
Well, we've generally worked with more than 2,000 families a year, and that actually hasn't decreased during the pandemic. It has actually increased. In fact, we've supported more families this year through our various programs. The provision of mental health services by our clinicians have also been very critical during these stressful times. We know how hard this time can be for so many. We have been fortunate to have the support from individuals, foundations, and our funders who have stood by our side through these uncertain times to help us continue practically without any interruption to service or care. Without that support, it would have been very difficult.
And that is truly a testament to the reputation and to the good work, truly good work, that St. Anne's provides to the community. So now, with that brings us to tonight's Angel Award honorees. That is why we are all gathered here this evening. So the Angel Award honorees embody such dedication and commitment to the St. Anne's community in a multitude of ways. They have been carefully selected for their service and their profound impact that they have made on our community. But before you meet each of tonight's honorees, we have a very special message from our friend and supporter. Some of y'all may be familiar with her, Kelly Rowland. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Kelly Rowland, and oh my goodness, my trip to St. Anne's was so inspiring. It was hopeful. It was really beautiful because to be able to sit with all these mothers and to be able to talk about motherhood and just the different things that we go through emotionally, physically, spiritually was very, I don't know, it gave me a sense of community, which I really, really loved. And I loved being able to sit there and talk to the moms. And, you know, I think that one of the things that I'll take away with me is the fact that, you know, I had these moments where I'm just listening to these women speak and the different hurdles that we all go through as women and as mothers. It's like another dynamic. But when we're able to share all of our feelings and be able to be honest and authentic with each other, it just made it feel that much more of a safe space. And that's what St. Anne's is when I think about it. It's a safe space for these women to have, for these mothers to have, for these children to have, and to be able to experience their innocence, the kids to be able to experience their innocence together and life. And I just see it as this really beautiful space that women are able to have and the children are able to have. And I'm so grateful to have gotten the opportunity to visit. And I can't wait to continue to do more work with St. Anne's. And I encourage anyone who's looking, listening, emailing, just checking in, you want to be a part of this beautiful space that is provided, because the things that they're doing there are so tangible and real and necessary to community. And yeah, I can't wait to my next visit. Definitely. I love St. Anne's.
Thank you, Kelly. That was beautiful. And congratulations on expecting a new addition to your beautiful family. We are so grateful for your continued commitment to St. Anne's. And speaking of beautiful, I am so thrilled to share our first honoree of the evening with you. We are honored that they humbly agreed to let us honor them this year for their unwavering support and guidance through some of the most exciting projects St. Anne's has experienced in the past century, including the permanent supportive housing complex, Beverly Terrace, where families who have had experienced homelessness are now residing safely in a beautiful new affordable housing in Los Angeles. The tireless and dedicated support they've shown our community and so many others throughout Los Angeles makes them a very special partner. Moreover, their ties to St. Anne makes us all one family. Congratulations to the Charles Dunn Company.
The Charles Dunn Company has been involved with St. Anne's for about 12 years now. The company's philosophy as it relates to philanthropy started with the original Dunn family, which started the company. And our father purchased the company in 1995. And he always had a philosophy of giving back. And he instilled that within us and within the company. So now it's part of the culture, a culture of giving.
You know, just coming to the campus today it's a miracle that I'm here, obviously. And I'm grateful that our parents were able to adopt all of us, and especially me, since I'm from St. Anne's.
There was an affordable housing crisis in LA, and this is long before people were really talking about the homelessness and the complex challenges we have with that. And St. Anne's did something about that. Each time St. Anne's responds to the needs of the community and in line with their mission, they make things happen.
And the fact that St. Anne's is helping with some of the guidance of people like Patrick is a great, great thing, and I hope to see them moving forward in the future.
On behalf of the Charles Dunn Company, we're honored to accept the St. Anne's Angel Award and are grateful to be able to continue the tradition of giving back to our community, which has been part of our firm's culture since its beginning in 1921. We're also inspired by St. Anne's and the many success stories it's achieved in improving the lives of young women, their children, and families in our community, and also by the example set by our fellow award recipients this evening. While we would have liked the opportunity to celebrate this with you together, we look forward to the time that we can convene again. And in the meantime, I invite you to support St. Anne's and the life-changing work that they do. Thank you.
Thank you for this. Have a great evening.
Amazing how our presenting sponsor tonight had such a personal connection to St. Anne's. But that's what happens, truly. That's what happens when you've been around for 112 years. That's right, everybody. St. Anne's has been around for 112 years. And when you've been around for that long, you are likely going to know someone who has a story about this organization. Our next honorees are an outstanding group that came to St. Anne's over the last year and redesigned and transformed a busy space into a reading room in our supportive housing complex. Their goal was to invest in the future of our children and to create public awareness around child development, child growth, child quality of life, and childcare, creating a natural connection and partnership with St. Anne's. Here is the Jack and Jill of America Los Angeles chapter.
Jack and Jill of America Los Angeles chapter is an organization of mothers raising the next generation of African American leaders. St. Anne's and the Los Angeles chapter of Jack and Jill America are natural partners. Doing the Reading Corner with St. Anne's is really a great opportunity to share our value and love for education. These values we share in common with other cultures. The value of family, the value of sharing your resources with each other. And I would encourage you to learn more, to just learn more, offer yourself, and be open to what you can receive by being engaged with St. Anne's. A wonderful community of advocates and people who care about the future of our city, about our young women, about our children, and about our world. On behalf of the 131 mothers of the Los Angeles chapter of Jack and Jill of America, I thank you so much for this honor. We are so proud to be partners with St. Anne's. We're happy to work with you in raising the next generation of leaders and supporting the moms to do it. Thanks again so much, and we're excited about what the future holds for all of us.
Hello, on me again. Actually, it's going to be Lorna.
Thank you to the Jack and Jill of America organization, Coco Smith and Ryan Bathay Brown, you two are amazing in your entire chapter. We are connected and here tonight to support all of the work we do with families. When I joined St. Anne's almost 3 years ago, can you believe it's almost been 3 years, Melvin?
Can't.
I worked closely with our next deserving, admired, and extremely humble honoree, Dale Pelch. He served as our chairperson of the board of directors. Under his dedicated leadership, he helped us successfully govern our nonprofit as we evolved and expanded, taking us successfully into the early childhood education sphere and so much more to help families achieve individual success. Congratulations, Dale. This is well-deserved.
I've been involved with St. Anne's for 24 years. To me, I've always felt very strongly about right-to-life issues. Here was a place that was doing something positive. It wasn't just talking about all the negatives of other options, but here was a place that was supporting perhaps some of the most needy in our communities in nothing but an uplifting way, not judgmental. They were there to help as best they could. Learning how to raise a child. I'm still learning myself. I'm always amazed at staff's willingness, almost surprisingly willingness to take on even more and to try even more projects and to do even more to help those that St. Anne's serves. It's the passion of the staff at St. Anne's that drives me as a board member, and I think drives the board. We become excited as the staff is excited, constantly looking for ways to help and to make this place better. It's truly a village here. It's been an honor to be part of that village.
Good evening. I'd like to thank each of you for participating in this first ever virtual Evening of Angels. While we would all prefer to gather and break bread together, we are also thankful for the modern technology and the creativity and ingenuity of the St. Anne's staff, especially Lorna Little, our CEO, Dana Valenzuela Merez, our Chief Development Officer, and her fabulous development team, and all those who are a part of bringing all the pieces together to allow us to celebrate this amazing organization this evening. I'm deeply honored and humbled by being selected as a recipient of the Angel Award. While I question the wisdom and even the sanity of those that made this selection, I can assure you I could not be more proud. I congratulate fellow Angel Award honorees Jack and Jill of America and the Charles Dunn Company, with my colleague of many years and trusted advisor, Patrick Kahn, and his sister Eileen, and also the Triumph Award recipient, Reverend Kathy Clapp, each of whom truly deserve our recognition and our thanks. Since my involvement began at St. Anne's, this beacon of hope for many for many, many years, 112 and counting, I have been and remain excited to play even a small part in an organization that respects every individual, regardless of the circumstance that bring them to St. Anne's doors, and that St. Anne's provides each and every one of them with tools, resources, and skills to succeed. I would like to thank all my family and friends and colleagues who joined us this evening. I'm especially thankful for my partners and colleagues at Hahn and Hahn, who generously allowed me to devote the time to be able to work with so many talented people serving as foundation trustees and on the board of directors here at St. Anne's. I especially want to thank and recognize my lovely wife, Debbie, who not only has put up with me for 41 years, but has always supported my involvement here at St. Anne's. I love you. Most importantly, I want to recognize, personally thank the leadership and all of the staff at St. Anne's for your compassion, your hard work, and your dedication. I know that I speak for all of the trustees and directors, past, present, and future, when I say you truly inspire us. As it expands its significant footprint in our community, it is my hope and prayer that this event this evening will not simply raise awareness of St. Anne's, but will help raise much needed funds as it pursues its mission, indeed its dream, of creating thriving families, brighter futures. Thank you, and God bless.
Dale, congratulations once again. Every year we recognize an alumna of St. Anne's with our Triumph Award. The Triumph title is accurate because each former client and awardee has made significant accomplishments after launching from our person-centered programs. This year, like in years past, our honoree will remind you why we are all committed to this work. I had the opportunity to speak with her and Coco Smith from the Jack and Jill of America during a recent episode of Momversations, and that inspirational episode has received thousands of views and so much positive feedback. It is my honor to introduce Reverend Kathy Kapp as our 2020 Triumph Award recipient.
Some of the initial challenges of finding out I was pregnant at 16 included that, first of all, my boyfriend and I had broken up at the time that I found out I was pregnant. Also, being a teenager, I thought I knew everything, but obviously didn't have the life skills to know how to support myself, let alone another person. I was certainly alone in that adventure until I came to St. Anne's. Steve Gunther, who was my counselor, he identified a potential in me that I did not recognize. And so when I left here, I actually told him that I was going to come back and take his job. And I did go to school, and I did come back after getting my bachelor's degree in social work. And when I came back, he was directing the mental health services, and I didn't want that job. But I did come back here and work for many years, hoping to emulate what he gave me in my time here. A lot of what my experience was working here was building me up for the path into vocational ministry, into becoming an ordained pastor. And it took voices of encouragement. It took people saying, I know you've got this, for me to do it. And I graduated with 2 master's degrees from an Ivy League institution to come that far and to accomplish those goals. It took so much, and so much of my time living here influenced that. So much of my time working here influenced that. And then every day, what I do in my ministry is shaped by all of those experiences collectively. And all I hope is that every person I encounter in my ministries at church, that each and every young woman knows that they can accomplish whatever it is that they want, even maybe more than they want, if they just put their heart and their mind to it and find people who are going to support that journey. Hello. It is such a joy and privilege to be the recipient of the St. Anne's Triumph Award this evening. I think so often we go through life, the ups and downs, and we don't often enough sit back and reflect on the triumphs we achieve when we overcome life's obstacles. So thank you for this. It is not just by myself that I received this. There are so many people to thank. And I can't possibly name everybody, but first and foremost, I'd like to give thanks to God. I'd also like to thank my mother, who journeyed with me through this entire journey of life, and with Steve Gunther, who was my counselor when I lived at St. Anne's, and Gina, my across-the-hall neighbor, with whom I am still very dear friends. We have journeyed through the ups and downs of life together. I'd like to thank all of the residents and the staff who were a part of my journey at St. Anne's, both as a resident and in over 13 years of working there. You have all made my life better because of your participation in it. So thank you. I am humbled and grateful for this opportunity. Have a wonderful evening.
From Pastor Kathy. I think she really spoke to the heart of so many of us in life. We all have things that we want to do and things that we want to accomplish. And what she said about finding people who support that journey, it's so important. It's the only way you get to that finish line. So I'm in awe right now, especially because I am somebody who changed my life course from being an educator to pursuing my lifelong dream of being an entertainer and a TV personality. So it really speaks to me, and I had a lot of people that supported me. And St. Anne's supports so many people. So here we are. And we have another special video to share with all of you by some of our friends who are watching with us tonight. Take it away, Nick and Vanessa Lachey.
Hi, everyone. I'm Vanessa Lachey.
I'm Nick Lachey.
And we just want to thank you guys for coming tonight to an amazing evening. And we were sitting here recalling, well, the first time I went to visit St. Anne's, and then another time I went with you with the holidays when St. Nick was actually St. Nick. But I remember the first time I went to visit St. Anne's, my good friends at our children's school, Katira and Michael, had introduced us to the organization. And I went and I didn't know what to expect. And I'd heard so many wonderful things. And you hear a lot of good things that people are doing around this city and this country. And I will say St. Anne's is one of those that once you went there, you actually truly felt it, because it's something bigger and more beautiful what they're doing. The sense of community that I got from experiencing what we were doing for these young women and their families and their children was beyond what I could have imagined. I actually went on a night when Courtney from John and Vinny's was teaching the young women how to cook and prepare meals and how to cook and prepare meals in a way that was economic, in a way that was family friendly and that was efficient. And just to see them in the kitchen and watch them having fun and watch them learning all about each other and talking openly about family and struggles and joys. And then we all sat down and enjoyed the meal that we made together. It was such a beautiful sense of community, knowing that not only do you have each other's backs, but there are people out there that have your back. And St. Anne's brought us all together with that community.
Yeah, I think far too often families are forced to choose between either putting food on the table or buying diapers. And that's just cruel and unfair. And St. Anne's is working diligently to try and bridge that gap, to take those kinds of concerns off the table so people are still free to pursue their own personal goals and dreams. So what they do, their work is truly, truly fantastic.
Yeah, it helps them finish school and find work and allows them to live independently in a safe place with their children.
Yeah. So for all of you here watching and who support St. Anne's so passionately, thank you for all you have done. Thank you for all you will continue to do. Obviously, you already know their mission is a hugely important one, and we're just thrilled to be a part of this tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for everything you've donated. And for those of you who haven't, I hope you consider tonight giving generously to such an amazing organization that has done so much for over 100 years. We so appreciate you, St. Anne's, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks, guys.
so much to Nick and Vanessa for those beautiful words. And you all heard them, what they were talking about, just how St. Anne's really, they help with school, they help with professional development and training. They go above and beyond to inspire families and to inspire these young women to be able to take action in the world. Like Pastor Kathy and all of those other honorees in the past, but it can only be done with support, your support, big or small. Everything matters. And I have seen myself firsthand how St. Anne's puts it all to work. So with that, I'm so happy to introduce our friend, Melissa Nielsen, who is here live with us tonight to get that part of the conversation going. Melissa, good evening to you.
Thank you, Melvin. I'm humbled and honored to be with you, whether it's in your living room snuggled up with your loved ones, virtually anywhere you're joining us from this evening. It's a fall, crisp evening finally, so thank you so much for being here. And we're pivoting together, as Lorna said, tonight is an evening of angels. And speaking of pivoting, there are some perks to this new virtual event space. So no sitting in traffic, waiting in valet lines, no need for a blowout manicures, no need to get a new dress, ladies. Uncomfortable high heels, this gala's for you. Okay. And what gala or event can you guarantee a front row seat? So last but not certainly, one perk to pivoting to a virtual event, you're home to watch the Dodgers get that much closer and closer to getting home to the World Series. So pretty exciting to pivot. So you just heard from Lorna that in the midst of this global pandemic, St. Anne's has been able to continue its critical mission to build safe, nurturing, and resilient families. From pregnancy to parenthood and childhood, adulthood, for generations to come. So right now, I'm going to do something that you probably wouldn't be able to do if we didn't pivot as well. I invite you to take out your mobile devices for this next segment. So this is how it's going to work. Follow me as I take you on a journey of how your generous donations will have a ripple effect for generations to come. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to shoot for the stars. Why? Because we can. So I encourage each and every one of you, just click that donate button for any giving level that inspires you. Now remember, you're not receiving any tangible goods for your generous donations, therefore it's tax deductible. So without further ado, I present Be an Angel, Thriving Families, Brighter Futures. And I just said I'm going to shoot for the stars. So $25,000 is going to be our hero angel gift. $25,000, ladies and gentlemen. St. Anne's works with more than 2,100 families across our programs throughout Los Angeles County. Now, I'm in the main campus right now. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is where families reside and they thrive. Now, did you know that St. Anne's footprint extends throughout Los Angeles County? Right now, in fact, they're opening 2 new childhood early education centers in Linwood to help families get early jump start on education. So they're working from within for infants, toddlers, to make sure they meet their developmental milestones and assist parents and caregivers in these little darling angel lives. And this is with parenting classes and other critical resources designed to help keep families together, and most importantly, out of foster care systems. So $25,000 is our hero lead gift right now. Now, we had somebody call in earlier and say, St. Anne's, Melissa, I'm going to be the hero angel gift, and I want somebody to match me. Let's do this tonight. Now, how it's going to work, I can see you live as you're hitting those buttons. So when you click those buttons, I'm going to give you a shout out. So our first donor is anonymous, and we just got a match. We're at $50,000. Give yourself a virtual round of applause. I want to hear lots of clapping go around the globe right now. Lorna's in the house. Now, why shoot for the stars? Why just stop at 2? Anybody else want to click that button for $25,000, 100% tax deductible? Why we're here, join us right now, $25,000. All right, we're going to move on now to the $10,000 giving level. Who's going to be an angel at this level? Now, St. Anne's Supportive Housing Programs currently has close to 200 young women, children, and families residing in one of our 3 complexes. 2 of which are right here on the main campus, and one of them is located just 4 blocks away. I passed it on the way here. It's a beautiful, permanent supportive housing complex. For many, this is the first time in their lives they've had a safe place to live, and a home really to call their own. Truly transformative moment for both them and their children. So who right now can click that button, $10,000 giving level? Join us right now, $10,000. All right, I'm going to keep moving along. Now, I know we have a lot of people tuned in, and I want to call each and every one of your name out at least one time. You can donate at multiple giving levels. Keep following me along right now. You're going to see we're going to go down now to the $5,000 angel giving level. Now, everybody these days is talking about mental health, and it's amazing to know that St. Anne's has been providing mental health services and community-based services way before it was a trend. That's nearly 20 years. Our therapists and counselors and our housing and community programs see close to 200 clients a month. And even during the pandemic, as you heard Lorna say, they've had to pivot, and that includes telehealth appointments. So who's going to join us right now? $2,500. I'm looking at the screen right now. Once again, we're at now $2,500. Wait, we're going to back it up. So we just got $5,000. Dawn and Carol Pfaff, thank you. Gallagher just came in at $5,000. Thank you for that as well. We just got two $5,000 donors. We're now at the $2,500 giving level. Once again, I'm going to see live on the screen next to me when you click those donate buttons. So who's going to join us at the $2,500 giving level? All right, I'm going to keep going here. Oh, this just in as well, $3,000. Thank you, Isabel and Matt Nelms. Thank you. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for that generous contribution. You really, really are supporting an amazing organization, and the ripple effects of that donation are really going to have a lasting impact. So anybody else on this level? Now, $1,000 is the next giving level, an angel giving level. Now, workforce development is an important program we offer here at St. Anne's. Our program participants want to live independently and support their families. Now, this is an opportunity for them to learn skills. Now, this is resume building, to showing up on time, what to wear, all while being employed. The workforce curriculum that started here at St. Anne's with some of our community partners is now the same program that Los Angeles Unified School District and the County-wide Workforce Development Office has implemented. Our roots are deep. They are strong. Let's keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. $1,000 giving level. All right, I see donors already hitting. Dale Pelch, I see you out there. Janet Feely, give yourself a round of applause. Thank you, Janet. Joyce Dinell, she says, yes, I can suit up and I can show up. And along with that, Vito Costanzo just clicked his button for $1,000. We want to thank Gina Zapanta and Alder. Thank you so much for that, Gina Alder. Once again, click those buttons for $1,000. I'm looking at it live on screen right now. As you click those buttons, I'm going to be able to see $1,000 giving level. Now, I also want to say $1,000 could be rent and utilities for 1 month. 1 month, $1,000. Join us right now. All right, we're going to move on now. Only a couple more giving levels to go. $500 is the next giving level. I want to call out a lot of names for this. Now, it's imperative that our staff are trained on the most up-to-date and best practices, especially around trauma-informed care. Now, this is leading with empathy and healthy boundaries. It really requires an understanding as well as significant training and guidance. And I'm happy to announce that St. Anne makes sure that every single employee, from their therapists and teachers to housekeeping and maintenance staff, and all of the senior leadership team are trained to be trauma-informed in all that they do. $500 right now. We've already got a couple people that I'm going to call out. Once again, click those buttons. I see you at home, and we thank you. We thank you for your generous support. $500. We are going to look at Joyce Dinell. John Walter just clicked his button at $500. Thank you, John Walter, for that. Cindy Otikoff. Thank you. $500 for that as well. We've got the Catholic Association of Latino Leaders. Call came in at $500. Thank you so much for that. We've got Isabel and Matt Nelms. Thank you so much for that generous contribution, $500. Let's keep these going. Don't let this portion get away. Andrew Barth just came in at $1,000, ladies and gentlemen. Denise DeWitt said, Melissa, don't move too fast. Brian Bassler, $500, just clicked his button right now. Once again, you can give at any giving level, and I'm going to be able to call out. You can donate at multiple giving levels. Once again, we're going to thank Denise DeWitt, Andrew Barth, Dale Petch, Janet Feely, Joyce Dinell, Vito Costanzo, and Gina Zapata Alder. At the $500 giving level, we've got Brian Bassler, Cindy Otkoff, Joyce Dinell, John Walter. Add your name to that list. Click that button right now. 100% tax deductible. Why we're here, you're not receiving any goods or services. It's exactly the heart of the mission of what we're doing right now. $500. Andrew Barth just came in again at $1,000. He's clicked his button 2 times. Thank you, Andrew. From the bottom of our hearts, we're going to get a little. I've got dancing going on behind me right now, and I'm just going to dance with you because that Rhonda Apor, $1,000. We see you.
I'll come dance with you, Melissa.
$1,000. Yes, we can do this. These levels are getting up there. Once again, go ahead and click those buttons. We're at the $500 giving level right now, but if you would like to give at any giving level, go ahead and go out. All right, here we go. We are going to move on now to the $250 giving level. And I'm going to do something really fun. All of the services and programs we provide are to promote transformation so that families thrive and achieve brighter futures for themselves and their children. $250. This could go towards a grocery gift certificate for a parent and child. $250, ladies and gentlemen. Yolanda Brown says, without a shadow of a doubt, I can do that. I can do that, $250. Thank you, Yolanda Brown. Valerie Zapanta Koleski, she says, yes, I see you at home, Valerie. Thank you so much. Cecilia Jung just came in and said, yes, I can do that from the bottom of my heart, St. Anne's. I am here. I would like to support you. It's an evening of angels. Everybody, let's be an angel tonight. Click that button at some giving level. Alonzo Little. Yes, Alonzo Little says, I can do that, $250. Join me right now at the $250 giving level. Once again, things such as rent, utilities, apartment furnishing for a homeless mother and child, grocery gift cards for parents and children. These are the types of services that we're talking about. Diapers, formula. These are all of the necessities that we need right now. So go ahead and click that $250 giving level button. I see you at home right now. All right, let's go down to the $100 giving level. Let's do $100, okay? So $100, diapers and formula for 2 weeks for an infant. Let's do $100. So we've got right off the bat, Sarah McCat, Jenna Borlizo, Karen Vanderban, Nick Norman, Denise Robert, Karen Vanderban, Mike Dennison, Juliet Javier, Christine Chandler Tillett. Keep these going on. I know there are a lot of people tuned in right now. I've got a lot more names to call out. So once again, go ahead. We just got an anonymous $5,000 donation. Thank you. You truly are an angel at home. I just got chills. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. You really have stepped up to the plate. Thank you so much for that. Who else wants to join us at the $100 giving level? Now, if we had 100 people on the phone for $100, imagine the ripple effect. All right, so the $500, Christina Aslan, she came in at the $500. I want to make sure that we announce that. That came back, $500. Christina Aslan, back. B. Taylor in the house. B. Taylor says $100. Sarah McCat, Jenna Borzillery. Hope I'm saying that right. Nick Norman, Denise Robert. Oh, not so fast. Jesse Mraz, $250. He's going back the other way. I will go either way you want me to go. Jesse Mraz, $250. We also got Chris Pelch. Chris Pelch says, yes, count me in, St. Anne's, for that. I'm seeing you sitting at home. Hopefully you're sipping something luxurious and you're not in high heels, okay? So let's have some fun with this. You're all cozied up. Hopefully you've got a great dinner in front of you. Judith Hanson, $250. Mark Evans just came in at $500. Jessica Mackin says, yes, at $100, I can absolutely do this. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. We've got Mark Evans that came in at $500. Rick Howard, new donor right now. I see you at home. Rick Howard, thank you for that generous contribution. Back over to Catherine Jones. She's at $100, and she says, yes, I would love to suit up, show up, and provide diapers and formula to 2 weeks for an infant. Once again, $100, the ripple effect of your donations. I know we can see a lot. We have a lot of people tuned in right now, and all you have to do is click that button. $100. $100, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now we're going to do something fun, okay? So for any donor, wait, we just got Chimney Clark at $250. Anita Sakari at $100. $250, once again, Chimney Clark, Anita Sakari, $100. We see you. I'm going to give it a minute because I know in the virtual event space there's a couple second lag. So I want to make sure we're not leaving anybody. I want to be able to say your name loud and proud. And if you want to put your name in honor of somebody, let us know that as well. $100, $250, $500.
30.
Any donation makes a difference right now. Join us, click that button, and let us know you want to suit up and show up and become an angel tonight. All right, so we're going to move on to the $50 audience challenge. Now, I want to let everybody know that if you make a $50 donation, for any $50 donation or more, you're going to receive a St. Anne's beautiful blue mask. This is going to be a 1-minute audience challenge, and we're going to have a little bit of fun. Melvin, Lorna, you in? We're going to have a little bit of fun. So here's how it's going to work. You're going to click your button for $50. Now, the last two people who bid, if you were in a ballroom with me right now, you would have a bid paddle. And I would call the last bid paddle up in the air. $50 is where we're at right now. Go ahead and click that button, $50, $50, and we're going to give away 2 tickets to next year's gala, plus a bottle of sparkling wine, okay? So $50 is where we need to be. Once again, I'm going to see these come up on the screen. Okay, let's go ahead and let's do $100. The $50 is not up on the screen, so let's go ahead and do the $100. Vanessa Lachey, she's watching us. They're so excited to have you here, and we are so excited to have your support, and you donated $500. Thank you so much, Vanessa and Nick Lachey in the house. Who wants to match them? Nick and Vanessa, $500. Click that button right now at $500. I want to see that. Let's go. $500, let's have a ripple effect, and let's double that right now. Somebody click that button for $500 right now and show Nick and Vanessa that you're going to stand by their side. And you get your name right next to them. Let's go. All right, we're going to do a $100 audience challenge. Let's do it this way. $100 audience challenge. Anita and Catherine Jones, you are the top 2 right now for the $100 audience challenge. Let's get this going. Once again, I'm going to call out the 2 top names, the 2 top people who put their number in right now. Anita and Catherine Jones, you're in the lead right now. Jessica Macon is back up. Abby White says, yes, I'm in. Once again, if you're the last person, we're going to do a 1-minute challenge, 60-second countdown. Click those buttons for $100 right now. And you're going to get 2 tickets for next year's gala, which presumably is going to be in person. Absolutely stunning bottle of sparkling wine. All right, we're going to count this down. 30 seconds. Once again, Catherine Jones and Anita. Let's go. Catherine Jones and Anita. We've got Jessica. Abby White is going to be in the house. Chris says, not so fast. Let's go ahead and do that. Nick Norman says, yes, thank you so much. Once again, last $100. The last person to click the $100, the last 2 people. And we've got about 30 people right now in the mix, and there's going to keep going. It's like a horse race. All right, Sarah McMatt B. Miller says, yes, she's in for this. We're going to do Anita is back in the house. Catherine Jones, we're going to do a 10-second countdown. Last person to put their bidder in for $100. We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and the winners are Anita Sakari and Catherine Jones. Thank you so much once again to each and every one of you for your support tonight. Congratulations to our winners. Back to you, Lorna.
Well, thank you so much, Melissa. That was amazing. That is just so exciting. Thank you to all of you who, have been learning about St. Anne's for the first time, those of you who are our friends and who have supported us for many years, and you helped to make all of this possible. Special thank you to the Charles Dunn Company for your generous support. Thank you to all of our board of directors and our board of trustees, our guilds, and our corporate sponsors. You are amazing and so generous, and we appreciate you. Thank you to all of you who have supported us this evening. We're so grateful how you've provided support for our children and families. This whole night isn't about us. This is about making sure that those people that we serve get what they need, and we love that you love them. Every dollar makes a difference. Now's the time for us to announce the winner of the trip to Maui, courtesy of our friends from the William H. Hannon Foundation. But before we do that, I just want to say we've been on a winning streak, winning for our families, winning for our children here. And I know some of you are like, look, Lorna, you and your crew are messing up the time frame for the Dodgers game. So I want to do my community service work here and say that the Dodgers 3-0. Woohoo! Okay, so I've allowed you to watch and participate with us while still knowing what's going on with the Dodgers. LA's been really winning with sports lately, and I'm loving it. So anyway, there's an opportunity for you to win. We've won, and you can continue to give, although, Melissa's not on screen, but we have an opportunity for a raffle, and Melvin's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
That's right. We're going to get you a little winner here and see who's going to take this home.
Now, Melvin, you make sure that you really.
Oh yeah, I'm moving it around. Shake it out, shake it out.
People get really upset if they think that the names aren't being shuffled.
That's right. We're shaking it out, shake it out, shake it out.
Now, one of the things in terms of winning, I'm hoping. Melvin's always on that dance cam. So before the night is over, I want to see some.
You got
moves.
it, Lorna. You got it. You got it. Here you go.
Okay. Drum rolls, please. Okay, come on now. Okay, let's see. Jessica Macon, yay! You are the winner, and we are so excited for you. Jessica actually was a part of our organization in terms of being on our board for many years, and so she moved away, and now she's still supporting the organization. Congratulations, Jessica.
It's amazing. Congratulations to you, Jessica. Okay, so we have some more friends who prepared a video to share their love of St. Anne's with all of us tonight. Here is Katira Rafiksada and Michael Ely.
Hi, I'm Katira Rafiksada.
And I'm Michael Ely. I want to say thank you to all of the faculty and staff at St. Anne's, all of the residents at St. Anne's. I think when my wife started working with you, it was a way to give back to her community. And what has become incredible is the amount that she's received from St. Anne's. I think she's become a much more enlightened, evolved, and altruistic soul from being in this relationship with St. Anne's. So thank you so much. And yeah.
Yes, St. Anne's. If it wasn't for St. Anne's, I wouldn't be able to have the space to run this program that I get so much help running with Courtney and Jen, and of course, Alliance of Moms, who started the program with me. The joy I see on these girls' faces when they're learning how to cook and when they walk in and see the room and how beautifully it's curated, and to know that their kids are safe in the other room being taken care of, and to be able to sit down and just break bread with moms who can relate to them is very special to me, because growing up, I grew up on welfare and Section 8 housing, and I had a little bit of a hostile environment, and food gave me a way out. And it was my chosen family that gave me a sense of community to feel like I belonged. And that was the restaurant industry. So for me to be able to bring back a little piece of that saving grace in my life to St. Anne's and hope to God that it impacts somebody is one of the greatest achievements and one of the greatest hopes I have in my life. So I just want to say thank you so much for what you've provided for these girls and what you provide for me. I'm so in love with the staff just as much as I'm in love with those moms, and just as much as I'm in love with those little kids. And I hope that we partner for a long, long time, because you can't get rid of me. I live 5 minutes away. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Have a good time.
Thank you, Katira and Michael. We love you too. And thank you for your lovely sentiments and for your time and service to our families. We are so extremely grateful. You too give from the heart consistently. We are also so happy to have been able to share more about our incredible honorees this evening. They are so admired by all of us, and we know that the legacy that they share with all of us will last a lifetime. I am so moved, and I just have to say, well done. And I also have to say, We just got a donation that came in from Eric and Terry Holloman for $10,000. We had to stop the presses on that one. Eric and Terry Holloman
That's amazing.
donated $10,000. I was told that they're on vacation, but this is so important to them that they stopped, tuned in, and donated $10,000. Thank you so much.
That's great. Well, that is extraordinary. They do such wonderful work for the community. We'd also like to take another moment, everybody, to thank all of our sponsors that made tonight possible. And thank you so much for your support of St. Anne's. Special shout out to the Charles Dunn Company, American Airlines, Payden and Regal Investment Management, Equitrust, Occidental Entertainment Group Holdings, Gibson, Dunn and Crutcher, Latham and Watkins, Maureen and Brian Stockton, the Fred and June McMurray Foundation.
So exciting. We'd also like to thank Franco Safe, Han and Han, Holland and Knight, Joanne Marie and Marcel George Foundation, Marsh McLennan Agency, P.T. Gaiman, Rich Meehan, the Lulela Murphy Foundation, the Lulela Maury Murphy Foundation, the Marissa Antonini Foundation, Marsh and McLennan Companies, Michael Kaplan, Patrick Pascal, and Union Bank. And all of our event patrons, thank you for all that you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you to our amazing staff and our development team and our leadership team. Their work here, is incredible. And just to know that they aren't just on staff and working in this environment, but they are all donors. And so when you have people working here that also give their time, it's important. But like I always say, it isn't about equal gifts, it's about equal sacrifice. Thank you, Melvin, for sharing the hosting time with me this evening. It was so great to have you back. You do the dance cam every day on Spectrum. So I'm just hoping that we'll see some of your dance moves after we've raised all these significant funds here tonight. He actually sings and dances, so maybe we can get a combination of both.
Maybe you might.
I mean, I need a little more than this two-step here, Melvin.
I need some music.
Okay, well, we're going to have to get some music for you, and we're going to have to work it out. But I just said you sing. You have music.
I have music in me? Yeah.
So if you can't dance, can we get a 2-second tune before we, you got something in you. Yes, I'm putting you on the spot, but you're ready for the big lights. Come on.
We could say, thank you, thank God for you, the wind beneath our wings. But I also want to say, thank you so much to St. Anne's for inviting me here tonight. I've had a long affiliation with St. Anne's. My Aunt Debbie Patillo has been a board member for a number of years. So as a young kid, I grew up being very familiar with the work of St. Anne's. And I want to say thank you and to just honor and have a special shout out to the extraordinary staff here at St. Anne's. They are so committed to this work. Every single person that works here, they provide extraordinary services to so many young women who may not have a way without this organization, truly. Full wraparound services. I know you've heard us talk about it tonight, but I've experienced firsthand. Full wraparound services. They wrap their arms so tight that these young ladies have no other choice but to be successful. So if you are out there and you have not made a donation just yet, I hope that you will consider doing something before you log off tonight. And also, a special shout out to Lorna Little, who is the president and CEO. St. Anne's has been around for 112 years. She's the first African-American woman to serve this organization that serves predominantly Black and brown young women. So it's important in life to see it, right? In order to be it, you have to see it. And they get to see a strong Black woman serving this organization who's successful and lovely and kind and compassionate and so committed to her work. So thank you very much, everybody. And Lorna, you're amazing.
Thank you. That was very touching. I am just so thankful to everyone who's tuned in from all over the country. That is the benefit of a virtual gala. Participating with us this evening and tuning in for our first virtual Evening of Angels. I'm so moved by your words and all the donations. We hope that you have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we look forward to welcoming you to visit our robust St. Anne's campus once we're able to welcome back visitors and friends. I have to say to everyone out there, please maintain and be safe. We want you to maintain in good health. If you missed any part of this program, it will be available online soon. Thank you so much. And you can continue to give and participate in our supporting our program throughout the year. Melvin, thank you. You got to dance us out. Come on, Melvin. Come on, somebody put some music on. We're going to have to, thank you. I like that thank you song you had, because gratitude is what we
Gratitude
need.
is the attitude.
Gratitude is the attitude. We are gracious. Thank you so much. Have a good night, and we'll get, okay, he's trying to bust a move now. Okay. All right, Melvin. All right. Now, he has on his dress trousers. I don't want any accidents. Okay. All right. Have a good night. God bless you all. Thank you so much for watching. We know that your time is precious. And look at this. We set an hour and a half, and we did it under just a little over an hour. Keep giving, keep loving, keep supporting each other. Be well. God bless.
The transition actually between being a resident and a staff member was really, it was inspired through Steve Gunther himself. In fact, I told him when I was getting ready to leave, at the time that I lived there, you only lived there while you were pregnant. And so as I was preparing to deliver my son, Anthony, I told him I was going to come back and take his job. And so I knew at that point that I wanted to go get my degree in social work, and I did that. And when I came back to St. Anne's, at that time he was the director of the mental health services. I no longer wanted that job, but I did come back and work there for over 13 years. And I think that was a really treasured time in my life. I felt like I had a sense of connection with the residents there, having been one myself. And then it was really profound. At one point, a couple of years into my service at St. Anne's, I became a supervisor, and I ended up supervising a staff member who had been there when I lived there.
Wow.
Which was a really interesting shift. But Flora Tate was her name, and she was able to help me see my role through a lens of someone who had watched me grow and then saw me in service. And it really helped me to learn that even when there are intimidating journeys in our lives, that the courage to stand up and to move through those things is really important.